MAHE Manipal and MAHE Bangalore campus from the 1st of April 2023. He also holds the position of TAPMI Chair Professor of Finance at TAPMI Management Institute, TAPMI, and Dr. TAPMI Endowment Chair in Management Research. Previously, he held the position of Director of TAPMI from 2017 to 2023. Professor Shivaram holds an MBA in Finance and Investments and a PhD in Finance. With over 20 years of experience in world-class business school, he believes that business schools should work for outcomes that support the mission of their school. Professor Shivaram's research interests are in the areas of corporate finance, behavioral finance, and the interplay between auditing and finance. He is a referee for several leading accounting and finance journals. Professor Shivaram has published over 50 papers in international journals and has presented his work at top conferences in finance and accounting. His work has appeared in leading journals such as Management Science, the Accounting Review, Journal of Financial Economics, Contemporary Accounting Research, Journal of Financial and Quantitative Analysis, Journal of Corporate Finance, Journal of Empirical Finance, Journal of Banking and Finance, Journal of Management, Journal of Business Ethics, and Auditing, a Journal of Practice and Theory. He is also revising a manuscript for the Review of Accounting Studies and preparing manuscripts for submissions to Management Science and the Journal of Marketing. Professor Shivaram has obtained research funding of over 500,000 Australian dollars from the Australian Research Council Discovery Grant Scheme and the Australian Research Council Linkage Grant Scheme. Professor Shivaram is an editor of the Journal of Contemporary Accounting and Economics and serves on the Editorial Advisory and Review Board of Accounting Theory and Practice. He has won many awards for his work in both national and international conferences. Recently, he has been ranked 180 in the world in the Brigham University 2022 Accounting Research Rankings for his contributions to accounting research. He is also a recipient of the AICTE Dr. Preetham Singh Best Teacher Award 2021, awarded by the Honorable Minister of Education, Government of India. The SSRN network has announced that Professor Shivaram is ranked in the top 10% of the authors around the world. Professor Shivaram is also a trustee of Mitras Foundation, an NGO that provides free skill development courses to participants from rural backgrounds with the sole aim of empowering young lives. Please join me in welcoming Professor Shivaram.
The lunch table we were discussing, and Katherine was there, Ben, Ram, Nancy was also there at the time. We were discussing where we should have the next conference, and I suggested to Ben that, why don't we consider having this in India? Because we've never had a JCAE conference in India. We have a JAF conference that happens every year, but we've never had a JCAE in India. And at that point, they said, it's great, Madhu, we can definitely look at that. So why don't you start working on the logistics and see how things go? And then we were in touch, and Nancy then put up the team together for this conference. And our idea was to basically give a platform to PhD scholars, right? And the way I see this happening, at least for Professor Schipper, who's come to India before, but for the very first time this conference here, is one of the problems we have in India is this pertinent debate about quantity versus quality of research. And I, for one, certainly believe that it's quality that's important, not so much the quantity, not the number of papers that we are published, the sort of work we do. And it's therefore, in that context, we decided that we'll have a doctoral consortium today, and it also happens in JCAE anyway. But we didn't want to restrict the number of candidates who applied. So we had a lot of candidates who applied to the program. And we picked on the top 10 or 12 today. And to each of you, I think it is an amazing opportunity if you're presenting here and you have some of the most brilliant minds in the Zoom. There's Sanjay Kallapur Zoom with the opening talk, then Professor Katherine Schipper. You've been and Ram here to give you very, very insightful comments. I think what you should be looking at today is to utilize the opportunity and expose your work without any sort of concerns about what somebody's going to tell me. You are going to get very critical comments, and that's the whole purpose of day one today. Because tomorrow and day after we have the conferences and the plenary sessions. But I would encourage each of you, even if you're not presenting, if you're only an audience here, if you're in a PhD program and you're here in this room, I would appreciate if you do not leave the room midway or don't use your phones, because you will not get to hear these people every single day. And I can tell you this hand at my heart. If you want to hear Professor Schipper or Sanjay or Ben or Ram, you really have to make an effort to hear these people. They just don't come so easily, right? So when you have the opportunity, please immerse yourselves, learn as much as possible. Abhishek will make some announcements about Professor Schipper's talk. She has very specific instructions on what needs to be done. So I hope you follow that. And I sincerely request each of you to really take notes if you want to take notes, ask questions if you have to ask questions, engage with these people. You will go back to your respective institutions. in a couple of days' time. But these 3 days are going to be the most amazing days for you. So I hope you utilize the opportunity. I want to thank the core committee, Abhishek, and everyone else who's been able to put the program together. So you can join me in giving a big round of applause to the core committee. And I'm very thankful to Professor Schipper, who flew in last morning at 5 o'clock, to Ram, who flew in 5 a.m. this morning from the US. Please imagine the sort of long journey they have taken, and they are here. They were here at 8:30. That's the commitment this amazing world-class scholars make. And I am really hoping that you will enjoy the day. And I hope Professor Schipper is staying for a couple of days. Ram is also staying. Sanjay leaves this evening, and Ben will leave this afternoon, but will be back tomorrow. So I know many of you are staying back for the whole 3 days. Please take the time to talk to them about what you're working on and pick their brains. I hope you do that, and I want to thank all of you again for coming, and I wish this conference all success. Thank you very much.